63. I wish I had a magic wand.
I do. I do have a magic wand. I wish I had a magic wand. The fallacy of regretfully and falsely proclaiming one's self powerless to change a bad or objectionable situation over which one has power. Example, what can we do about gas prices? As Secretary of Energy, I wish I had a magic wand, but I don't. Shrug. Or, no, you can't quit piano lessons. I wish I had a magic wand and could teach you piano overnight, but I don't. So, like it or not, you have to keep on practicing. The parent, of course, ignores the possibility that the child may not want or need to learn piano. See also Tina. I don't know what that is, but
I'll have to look up what Tina is, but
I'm guessing it's one of the fallacies. Okay, yeah, this one, dude, this one's, I heard this one all the time as a kid.
all right. Let's hear an Alan rant. Ready?
No, it should, I'll try to keep it short. No, this one, my dad, yeah, said this one to me all the time. I remember uh, when I was experiencing a lot of like emotional pain or challenge or struggle, where I was clearly experiencing like, just I was just feeling defeated or challenged or whatever it was. I remember repeatedly my dad saying, I wish I could wave a magic wand, and just have this all be taken away from you, or wish you didn't have to go through this."
By the way, really quick, just because relevant. Tina is there is no alternative.
Oh, got it. Got it. That's hilarious. Yeah, that was a constant that was shared, and it's like, interesting if I look back at it for myself. Like, I don't know if there's really a way that he could have ever have known this, or that I could have ever articulated this. But the truth of a lot of the situations, at least when I was a kid, and this is me speaking specifically to my experience, um, there were so many times that I just wanted my dad to say I love you. There's so many times where I just wanted my dad to say I'm proud of you, or just have me feel seen or held by my dad, which it never really happened. And so I remember, when he would say, "Oh, I wish I could wave a magic wand and take this away from you." And what's funny, it's like he would say that in moments where I was experiencing a lot of pain or discomfort or doubt or anxiety or depression, suicidal thoughts. And what's funny is he did that magic wand he did. It would have just been saying a couple of words. It would have just been like, just be present. But I think uh I think where that comes from is that people assume, I think, a level of powerlessness in their lives, and thus they, with that assumption of powerlessness, they attribute something happening to, this fictitious waving of a wand. Like, example, if someone has a lot of debt and they don't have money, and they're struggling financially. And if I just had a magic wand, I would just, give myself $1 million. And it's like, well, actually, it can work that way. It can work that way if someone decides in their heart of hearts, very specifically, and says, I want to make $1 million. Sure, it may not happen in our Instagram culture type way of like click and now it happens. But if someone gets serious about, I want to make $1 million, and I want to do it in this way, in this way, in this way. Um, it very much can happen that way. So it's interesting. I think this fallacy is more of a display uh, of the lack of responsibility that we wish to take over our lives, more than anything else. I think this is where this one kind of like pops up for me in that way.
Yeah, a lot of the same thoughts. I I'm sure I've struggled with this sometimes, but I'm typically the person that objects to this one, where when somebody says, um, I wish I could change this, but I can't, and I'm like, but you have influence over it. Like, well, I don't really like have absolute control over it. Like, name one thing in the entire world you have absolute control over.
Yeah.
You know, so you've influence over everything, um, or almost everything. And you know, if you want to see big change in the world, a lot of people will even say this when it becomes to uh, like even politics, where they'll say like I don't want to get involved because what can one person do? And it's about the collective of people that come together to make change happen.
Yeah.
And all of those individual people have influence. So no, yeah, you have more power than you realize, for sure.
Yes.